Lucky Boys Podcast.
The restaurant industry has gotten out of control. Restaurants now are, everyone wants to open a restaurant. It's the cool thing to do. Oh, I'm going to go open a restaurant.
Is it?
Well, I think the last 10 years, with the cooking channel and Food Network, similarly to us telling our parents, like, hey, dad or mom, I'm going to go open an ice cream shop. I'm going to go open this little whatever, bakery, or we sell snacks, or we've got one, we do banh mi's, or we do like
cookies.
Like the restaurants or like food stores that sell like that one thing, or like we just do French fries, or we just do waffle ice cream. And like, listen, I'm not talking shit or anything, but it's gotten out of control, man. Like everyone wants to open a restaurant. Like they think it's like easy or something, or like, oh, there's like a lot of opportunities, and it's almost like the stock market. Like I see this as like a stock market crash, and then because
so you're saying there's a restaurant bubble?
Yeah, I totally feel that there's just too many restaurants, there's too many options. Like everyone wants, because they have this creative thing, or like they have this one item that can be an Instagrammable item. And because of social media, everyone wants to get into the food business because it's either cool because it's on TV, or like, oh, it's very Instagrammable. They want to make some money. They want to make some quick money. But this restaurant thing isn't for like the faint of heart. It's like it's a tough business. A lot of competition. Rents are high. Food cost is high. Labor is high. So you know what? I in some senses, I think the pandemic actually it popped that restaurant bubble a little bit. And listen, I get it. We're all struggling. The restaurant industry got shafted, but I don't think a lot of people in the food business should be in the food business to begin with.
Now that you mention it, I mean, it just crossed my mind, and I didn't even realize it. How many friends I know personally that open restaurants?
Hey,
whether it's desserts or something high end.
I'm not here to like talk shit, but it if you looked at it, I mean, the way I look at it, it's just too much. It's too much out there right now, and like, where like competing ice cream shops, or whatever, or like a hot dogs, whatever, but it's just a lot. And like the consumer has a lot of options, like, even on like the real estate front, like what does retail do anymore besides restaurants? Because you can't be like a hardware store anymore because people are going to Home Depot, or like they're ordering from Amazon. So you're almost forced to, like, for commercial space, be food concepts. And when pandemic hits, like everyone is going crazy because you can't really go eat anywhere, and then everyone's crying now. Oh, the food business is where it's so hard right now. I'm like, well, it's hard because there's so many people doing it, and prior to COVID, it's like, man, it's so hard to find like a good chef. It's so hard to find a good like food worker, because there's just too much. There's too many restaurants.
So the business has become so saturated that it was actually made it more challenging to find the best talent.
Yeah. So I think actually, like, I kid around when I say this, but there's some truth to it. But post-pandemic, like, I think it evens out the playing field a little bit. Like, you know what? I will have a bunch of resumes from people looking for work that are in the food sector because a bunch of stuff just closed. And for as a survivor of sorts of COVID, not me getting it, but like as a restaurant group surviving it, there's going to be a lot of opportunity in the near future with just real estate or labor, because those are the two.
So the spoils go to victors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the businesses that can't pivot their business from a indoor dining or what I saw was mostly like some businesses did pop up during the pandemic and some restaurants too.
Yeah.
But the way they approach it is more of like, okay, this is a new time. This is how we're going to serve people. So we're going to pivot the business towards this way.
Right.
And the businesses that can't catch up, they're going to disappear.
Well, most of the business that I've heard of disappearing are the ones that couldn't adapt to this changing time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another big one. You know, similarly to us, you know, 2020, you know, challenging for everyone. I think for us, we made huge pivots as a restaurant group, and one of the biggest pivots that we made was moving our food into frozen. And we were able to, the business is how do you make money outside the four walls of the restaurant?